shot just not falling tonight?
Some of the shots went in and out. Some of our pace was pretty low majority of the game. But just give credit to SAC. They did a good job. They came in ready.
Thanks, Cam. Next, we'll go to Law.
Hey, Kawhi, Ty mentioned just now that in terms of containing guards like De'Aaron Fox, it's difficult to have someone like you be on them for the full game. I know it's obvious that you guys miss Patrick Beverly and Paul George, but how are you feeling about your position in terms of guarding players like that for a full game? And what can the team do to better contain these guards who are regularly now putting up 30-point games against this defense?
It doesn't matter if they're scoring 30 if we're getting wins. But tonight, we didn't get the job done. And it really don't matter if I started them all night. Everybody's doing a good job going at the mismatch out there. Coaches are just going to keep saying, go at them the whole game. And, that's the majority. That's it, pretty much.
Thank you. We'll go next to Jonathan.
Hey, Kawhi. Even in the loss, I felt like Terrence Mann was really all night. What did you see out of him today?
Just active, playing to win, crashing the offensive rebound, playing good defense, getting downhill as a ball handler, passing it out, just playing a complete game.
Well, Kawhi just got to summon it up there. We did not get the job done. All right, that brings us to our CarMax Call Your Shot. Guys, we asked you pregame.
Way off.
We asked you pregame because, the Clippers pretty much own the Kings.
This game tonight was your worst night shooting from three. I'm curious what your thoughts were on the types of shots you guys were getting, if you liked them, didn't like them.
I liked them. I thought, we was getting three-point shots. We didn't touch the paint as much as I would like to. Getting to the paint, creating another action. But, I thought I liked our shots. I thought our guys, legs were a little tired. Couldn't make shots. Didn't have a lot of pop. But our bench came in and did a tremendous job. I thought our bench was really good with Zoo and Lou, Marcus, Terrence Mann. They were really good off the bench. And they kind of saved the game for us as far as just being in it.
I don't know if you've noticed, but team has kind of struggled with afternoon games. Not necessarily winning and losing, but just getting up for it. And I guess, energy-wise has been a thing. Have you noticed that at all?
With teams in general or our team?
Well, you guys a bit specifically.
Yeah, we've had a couple that, we just wasn't able to have any spark, any punch. But like I said, our starters really didn't have much. But I thought, our bench really came up off the bench and did a great job. So it was just, it was just a little different from the starting line to the bench guys. But our bench was pretty good, I thought.
Thanks. We will go next to Law.
Hey, Ty, I know before the game you comment on De'Aaron Fox and his speed and how much confidence that he's playing with. And to go back to a previous game, you mentioned the pick and roll coverage and guards getting downhill. It was something that you wanted to get better. What did you see in this game in terms of the challenges of guarding De'Aaron in terms of his ability to get into the paint and make things happen for himself and others?
I just thought his speed and his quickness, Law really hurt us. I thought his point of attack, I thought a few times we were up too high and gave him too much real estate to attack. But I just thought, he was able to attack us all night, no matter the matchup. And he was able to get into the paint and cause havoc. So I thought his speed was a big factor tonight in the game.
Ooh, speed kills. Yes, it does.
There's not that intimidation factor with two of the dominant players in the league in the game. It's only one. So that forces teams to put more pressure again on Kawhi, double team, et cetera, Don.
Too easy to load up on Kawhi without a threat, a real threat on the other side in PG, and that's what Boston did, and that's what Sacramento did this afternoon. It made it so hard. Kawhi had to work so hard just to get touches, forget shots. And so, by the end, it seemed like he was a little bit fatigued, 21 FGAs, but just not enough. Lou played well, but I look at the other side, Jeannie. It's like Sacramento has really improved since the last time the Clippers played. Man, this De'Aaron Fox is a problem. He has really figured out this whole NBA thing.
Well, let's go to him. We got some pictures we wanted to share, especially some of the one-on-one on Kawhi. When Kawhi has difficulty shutting you down, you've got to just pay respects to the skills.
Don and I were watching the game out, and by far, De'Aaron Fox is the fastest player in the league. There's no way that you can stop this guy in transition. Whenever he shifts and makes a move, the explosion to be able to change directions and get to another spot is unbelievable to watch, Don.
When he came into the league, it was all linear speed, and he couldn't shoot. Now he understands change of speed, change of direction, and he can shoot. So he's become a much more complete offensive player. And you saw it this afternoon. Like, you take away one thing, he'll do the other. And when he was a rookie and in his second year, he had no counters for the defense. He has counters now, for sure.
Our Carmack's highlighted this one. Has to be Lou Will, who we've been watching come back from the hip strain and slowly starting to find his groove. 23 points off the bench, Don.
Well, without PG, I think Lou, and we talked about this in the pregame, has been looking to be more of a playmaker. But without PG, I think he understands they need his production in his offense and him to score. And so he's been more aggressive the last couple. Unfortunate, albeit in not winning games. But this is the old Lou Williams that we all know, that nobody can guard him. He makes it look easy, makes shots. Now it's about finding the balance, Corey. Him continuing this with this production, but other guys coming along with him as well.
Yeah, and I spoke on what I thought about Lou Williams. To me, I'm not a coach, but I would want to see Lou Williams start in this lineup when you have Paul George out of it, because you have someone else that can get a shot. Not saying that any other player cannot, but I just believe that he is so respected by the league, by being able to score the basketball, that puts pressure on the other team. And now it allows Kawhi Leonard to maybe take a breather where he could catch the ball and give it to Lou Williams so he can distribute or make a play for his team.
And as Lou just keeps saying, I'm trying to get my legs back under me, and evidence today that he is feeling it. Reggie Jackson, he was impactful in the second half. I mean, Clippers were pretty cold out of the gate. First quarter shot just barely over 34%. But then Reggie started to heat up in the second, Don.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see when Pat Bev comes back what happens to Reggie Jackson. Because remember, he wasn't playing, and then all of a sudden he's starting. They go on that 6-game road trip, and he's playing really well. And so, he's found his niche, I guess. But this is with the starting lineup. So if he's earned more minutes, Corey, it's going to be from coming off the bench now when Pat Bev comes back. So can he still have the same impact he's had coming off the bench when he moves to that bench role?
I totally agree, Don. And just the positive about Reggie, it's a great bounce-back game from him, because last game he didn't play particularly well. He didn't shoot the ball well. But this game he came back with a lot of firepower. And you said it, Don. Can Reggie Jackson, once everything gets back to normal, can he fill in that role coming off the bench to be very assertive, to be in attack mode, the way to distribute the basketball? I think Reggie can fill it, but we have to wait and see.
Second time we had seen this starting lineup get together with the absence of PG. Stagnant out of the gate, so Ty Lue going to the bench, and they did not disappoint. Talk about Marcus Morris coming off the bench today.
Well, not just Marcus Morris, but for him in particular, he was very aggressive, and you need players to step up. When you have your superstar and Paul George out of the lineup, next man up mentality means that you need production. And the production is not just from your starting unit. It's players off the bench that you know that can provide that spark. Marcus Morris, Lou Williams, Ivica Zubac. These are players that can provide the energy. And with Marcus Morris, I love this play right here. Just the unselfish play by Terrence Mann, who was a big factor tonight as well. Find this Marcus Morris to make shots during this game, Don.
You know what you're going to get from Marcus Morris night in and night out, and he's really embraced this bench role. He asked to come off the bench. We weren't sure how it was going to work. He started when the Clippers were in the bubble, but